Award-winning chef and TV personality Marcus Samuelsson says he's only scratched the surface of immigrant cooking here in the U.S. In season 2 of his show, No Passport Required, he brings attention to cuisines and cultures of immigrant communities around the country. This season, Samuelsson goes to 6 American cities. In this preview of Monday's episode, he travels to an Armenian kebab restaurant, I'm already hungry, in Los Angeles.
Were your parents both born in Armenia, or were they born?
My parents were born in Egypt.
Wow.
You know, after Second World War, they immigrated to Armenia.
And what about you, your parents?
No, my parents from Armenia.
Really from Armenia.
Armenian.
AA, Armenia. I love that.
Marcus Samuelsson joins us first on CBS This Morning. Good morning, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're an immigrant yourself. We've told this story before, but when you go to all these places, does anything about the immigrant experience surprise you?
You know what's amazing is that each one has a story. You know, the immigrant story to America, it's not monolithic.
No.
And we need to hear it again and again because it inspires us, you know. And food is such a great way, such a delicious way of learning about another culture, right? Like, I cooked all my life, but through No Passport Required, I was lucky enough to have Nigerian food that I wasn't that familiar with, or Armenian food in Los Angeles. And these amazing cities have also these surprises. I didn't know that the second biggest immigrant community in Seattle was Filipino, for example. I didn't know that the West African community was so big in Houston.
We often hear that America is a nation of immigrants. Of course, it's true. So I guess we're a nation of immigrant food. Is anything excluded from what could be on the show?
No, I mean, as long as it's delicious, as long as that's a story, you know, I'll go there. You know, it's such a privilege to also see America, right? Like, we go into we're in all types of cities, all types of places, and you start to see, when you read the menus, I'm like, oh my God, these are traditions, rituals that are sometimes 2,000 years old. On Monday when it airs on PBS, we're in LA, in Glendale and East Hollywood with the Armenian community. Harry, the batruma guy, which is really a curing meat, you know, the way he cures meat. They've done that in his family alone. Each man has been a batruma master for 300 years going back.
Wow.
And coming to LA, city of dreams, and setting up the same thing. I mean, that's American to me, and that's very inspiring.
Yeah. So many cities
owe
their foodie tradition now. I mean, they're on the map now because of immigrant cuisine. Mm-hmm. I think of London, I think of San Francisco to a large part, but why do you think that's the case?
Well, because we all add something, right? And sometimes, you know, immigration, and food, sometimes it's a big war, sometimes it's a disaster in one part of the world, but very, very, very often people still dream about coming to America, right? Yeah. And when you come into America, very often the first entry job can be through hospitality. Right. And maybe their vision was for their kids to go to college. Well, guess what? Sometimes it's hard to get a job. Well, we know how to cook. We know how to take care of our culture and cook for each other. So the hospitality industry is very often the first entry point. And, you know, America's better for it. Again,
you said, Marcus, you said quickly, a couple of years ago when you were here, said there's a big false narrative about the immigrant work ethic here in America. Has that changed, do you think?
You know, first of all, I don't believe, I mean, to say that immigrants are lazy, nothing could be further from the truth. Immigrants work really, really hard. They're super proud to be Americans. First of all, also, they escaped 3 wars, 4 or 5 different countries to get here. They're probably just as patriotic as you and I are.
If not, maybe even more.
Yeah, even more.
Yeah, absolutely. Marcus Samuelsson, thank you very much for being here. Season 2 of No Passport Required returns Monday on PBS.